Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Facebook posting strategies that get your fans engaging. My name is Johnny Yukis, or some of you may know me as Johnny the Intern. I'm the social media strategist over here at CWS, and we specialize in application development, website development, marketing, and social media marketing. And today's webinar is actually part of a free monthly webinar. And I know everyone's busy today, so what we're going to try to do is, in 30 minutes or less, we're going to show you strategies on how to connect with your Facebook audience. So basically, we're going to show you how to craft your message to get your fans liking, sharing, and commenting on your posts. Now, we asked the people from our last webinar what they wanted to learn about, and that was the Facebook timeline switchover. And Facebook posting strategies was a pretty popular option, so we decided to give the people what they want, and I think we're ready to go. So what we're going to cover in this webinar is going to be actually 4 separate areas. First, we're going to talk about why even use Facebook for marketing. Next, we're going to talk about the importance of the Newsfeed. Third, we're going to talk about how to understand Edgerank, and that is actually an aspect of the Newsfeed. And lastly, we're going to give you some real-life examples that you can use yourself to get your fans engaging. So first, to start off, why Facebook? Why not Pinterest or Twitter or any of the other social media platforms out there? I mean, every single one of us in social media marketing, we have to justify to a boss or to a coworker why we're using something for marketing our company and using our resources. Well, first of all, why Facebook should be used more than any other platform is that it just in sheer size, it just crushes all the other platforms. Facebook is where the people are. It's got over 900 million now. I believe it's at 901 million people now. Now that's almost a billion people on one platform. Now if you want to get your message seen, spread, and engaged with, you got to go to where the people are. Facebook is where conversation happens. There are 600 million status updates every single day. Now, if you think about it, that's about 700 per second. And this number doesn't even include comments or likes or any other interactions. It's just specifically status updates. And we're going to look at how we can craft our message so we can get people talking about our page and interacting with our page. It's an undeniably useful marketing tool. Facebook is about building relationships, getting feedback, solving your problems. But the number one thing that Facebook should be used for really is getting fan engagement and building relationships. And just a few stats that show just how amazing Facebook is. 51% of people asked that they're more likely to buy from a company after becoming a fan of their page. 56% of consumers said they're more likely to recommend a brand to a friend after becoming a fan of their page. 58% of consumers said that they like a brand because they are currently a customer and they want to know more about the brand. And 45% said they spend most of their time in the newsfeed. Now, this is important to remember. This is just the way people act within Facebook. So this is something important for all Facebook marketers to know. And we'll elaborate on this a little bit more further on in the webinar. Facebook is basically built to share your information. Now there are 2 ways that your message can be spread throughout Facebook and throughout the Internet. People can passively share and they can actively share. So the way that people actively share your information is simply they click the share button. You post something, they like it, they want to share with their friends, so they click share. And they can either do that on Facebook or you can also set it up on your website or on a web page. People can passively share your information just by interacting with your content. If somebody clicks, likes, comments, or again shares your content, this creates a story in the newsfeed for their friends to see. So your fans may not know that they're promoting you, but they're actually helping you out just by clicking like on one of your posts or just leaving a comment. So why is the news feed so important? So basically, if you want to get your message seen within Facebook, you need to know where people are likely to see it. And that is the news feed. That is the home page of Facebook. When you log into Facebook, that is right where it takes you. And it'd be really cool if fans went to your page every single day to see what the latest thing that you said. But in reality, that's just not going to happen. Because the majority of the fans' interaction is going to be within this home page, within the news feed. And if you don't have consistent, engaging content, your message is basically doomed to be seen by less and less people, and you'll become more and more irrelevant, basically. So with the news feed, you have to understand Edgerank. Now, what is Edgerank, you ask? Well, basically, Facebook doesn't want to bombard people with absolutely everything that's going on all the time in the news feed. This would overwhelm them, and there's a lot of things that people really just don't care about. People don't care that you're doing on Facebook. So basically, Facebook has put in an equation that determines who sees what. Now, this equation is called Edgerank. And Edgerank actually ranks every single one of the posts that you make. So everything you do on your personal profile or on your company fan page is going to be ranked by Facebook, and it's going to determine who sees it. Now, the goal for your posting on your fan page is to have a very high Edgerank. This will make it more likely to get your message seen by more fans. So the equation for Edgerank is popularity by relevancy times recency, and this gives you Edgerank. What does the relevance mean? Popularity. How many clicks, likes, or comments haven't really cared about what you've said in the past? It's going to be hard to get a higher Edgerank. And recency. How recently has your status been posted? If you posted something at 8 in the morning and your fans don't typically go on until 8 at night, it's not very likely that your fans are going to see your posting from 8 in the morning. So posting that gets fans engaging. Now, this is kind of an art and a science to posting on Facebook. Even though it seems like it's just one simple post, it should be easy enough. There are many things to consider for each one of your posts. The most important thing to understand about posting is you need to understand your audience. You need to know what the emotional triggers are going to be for your fans, what makes them feel happy, sad, passionate. If you don't connect with your fans on an emotional level, it's not very likely that they're going to want to interact with your posting. So these aspects that we have up here, these are the aspects to think about when you're posting. So the first thing to think about is length. This is both in length of text and length of your post and how much area it takes up in the news feed. The next thing is timing. When are you going to post it throughout the day, or if your fans are typically on at night, you might have to think about that. Placement. This is thinking about, are you posting on your own wall, or are you going to be posting on the walls of other brands? And then interactivity. How much do you entice your fans to interact with your posting? If you don't make it very enticing to interact with, it's likely that your fans aren't going to interact with it. And how much of a visual element does your post have? People are visual creatures. If you don't have an image or something visual with it, it's really hard to get an emotional connection with just text. So with post length, like I said before, it's about how much text you use, but also how much space you take up. So in terms of length, according to Facebook, posts with 250 characters or less generate about 60% more likes, comments, and shares than posts that are greater than 250 characters. So basically, you want to try to keep that text short. And I know that can be difficult saying everything you want to say, But basically, you have to try to get right to the point, say only what you need to, and only include the text that you need to. This also, with post length, talks about how much space is taken up. So when you include a picture, a link, or a video, it uses more space in the newsfeed. Now basically, when you use more space in the newsfeed, if you think about it, it's more likely that it will get noticed. If you look here, this post takes us a lot less area, and plus it doesn't have the visual element, so it's much less likely to be seen or noticed by your fans than this one on the right. Now, post timing. It's very important to think about post timing when you're posting for your brand page. People think you can just post whenever you want and your fans will see it. But this is definitely not true. So here are some of the optimal times to post we've seen from our own experience and also from research that we've done and reports that we've seen. So 7 to 8 a.m. in the morning, 11 a.m., 3 p.m., and 3 p.m. is actually a really good time on Facebook, and 8 in the evening. Typically, mornings overall can be about 40% more effective, and when you post at the top of the hour, it's more effective than any other time. And when you think about this, people typically are coming out of meetings, so they're going to go check their Facebook real quick. Now, you also need to think about what day you want to post. If you aren't posting every single day, at least make sure to post on the optimal days. This way you get the most bang for your buck. Now, some days are better than others. Weekdays are typically more active, and Wednesday is definitely the most active. Actually, the most optimal time to post is 3 p.m. on a Wednesday. And that's the best time if you want to get a lot of interaction with your posting. And typically, Sunday is the worst. But you also have to remember, maybe your fans are always on Sunday, and they always want to see your posting on Sunday. So make sure to test with your audience, and make sure to customize it with your own fans. Different people use Facebook at different times, and these times and days that I've given you are typically overall. But remember to test it and change it for your own audience. And I've talked about this posting visual elements a little bit before, but people, like I said before, people are visual. Many times a text-only post is very, very easy to get lost and basically not seen. So you want to make sure to include photos, videos, and links. Another great thing about including a photo or a video or a link is it makes it interactive. It gives the fans something to do, and this can make it more likely for them to click that link or maybe expand the photo. And this is just a tip that people don't typically think about. So when you post something on Facebook and you realize that you made a typo with that post, if it's a text-only post, basically your only option is to delete it and repost it. But if you've posted a picture, if you see that you've made a typo, you can actually go back and edit the text in that, and then it'll be fixed up. You don't have to delete it, don't have to repost it. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't really think about, but it's actually really nice if you decided that, hey, I don't want to check this before I post it. And it can be really helpful if you make a gaffe. So in order to do that, you just click this edit here, and you can change the text up, and it's really simple. Post interactivity. So it's good to have consistent posting on your timeline. Posting that includes other pages can actually increase your reach. So if you tag another page or post on another page, it can increase the number of people that see your post. Now, in order to tag another page in your post, first you need to have liked this other page that you want to tag. Then in your post, use the @ symbol and type in the name of the page. This will create a drop-down menu. Then you can choose the page that you want to tag. Now when you post it, it will generate a link to the page that you tagged, and it will also post on the page that you tagged. Keep in mind, this function can be a bit quirky, and sometimes it doesn't work. But when it does work, it is very helpful. Okay, getting your fans engaged. Here are the posting examples that you can use. Now these are very, very simple. Basically anyone can do them, but a lot of people don't think about it. So keep these examples in mind when you're posting, because in the past for ourselves and also for many other companies, these are really simple ways to craft your post that gets your fans engaging, that gets them clicking, commenting, and sharing. All right, first of all, very simple, ask a question. Asking a question relevant to your fans can entice comments. What you want to do is you want to make the question very, very simple. That way you can get those knee-jerk reactions, knee-jerk comments from your fans. And we use this quite a bit, and a lot of pages use it quite a bit because it's very effective. Fill in the blank. So it's another type of question, but it's another knee-jerk reaction. Basically, you show them exactly where you want it to be filled in, and they know exactly what they have to do. Sometimes it's only one word that they have to fill in. And the easier you make it for your fans, the more likely that they will interact with your posting. And once again, I've talked about this a few times before, but this is very, very effective. Post photos, links, and videos. This gives your post both an interactive element, it gives them something to click on, something to do, and also a visual element. And with that visual element, it takes up more space and looks a lot nicer in the newsfeed and on your timeline. Ask for likes. Sometimes it's just a matter of asking for it. But you want to make sure to limit it to one call to action. So in the example here, we say, like if you've thought about smashing your computer lately. Now we've all had computer problems in the past, so this might be something that would be relatable to our fans. And since we directly ask them to click like, it's nice and easy. Target different fans. You want to try to get at least one new fan to like or comment on every post you publish. This can increase the reach of your page. And if you think about what are the emotional triggers of this new group you want to reach, it's very good to know exactly what they're looking for. Now you don't want to go too far off from what your page usually posts because you don't want to neglect your core fan group. Celebrate today. Use today's occasion as an excuse to do one of the tips above. So in here we have, it's National Caps Lock Day. It's just something fun, something that can entice engagement. It's not overly complicated, and it's something, maybe not Caps Lock Day, but it may be a holiday that everyone can relate to, everybody knows about, and can be an emotional trigger to those fans of yours. And last of all, this is just kind of an etiquette thing on Facebook. Do not be salesy. You want to try to keep it conversational with your posting. You want to try to get your fans engaging with you. You're not trying to sell with your social media. If you try just selling, your fans are not going to interact at all. I can almost guarantee that. And basically, they're looking for good information, and they want to know more about your company. They don't just want to be sold to. So make sure to keep that in mind when you're doing your posting. And thank you for everyone that was able to attend the webinar. Remember, this is part of a monthly free webinar series. We know what we'd like to teach you, but we give you free range to decide what you like to learn, so make sure to tell us on our Facebook page, and you can tell us at facebook.com/cws.mn, and let us know what subject you want to learn next. And also, I'd encourage you to like our page. Once again, there's the URL. And visit our webinars page and watch for the next webinar that we'll be doing. And once again, we do this for free once a month. And thank you, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you next month.